So in my quest for digital minimalism, I've become very careful about what apps I keep on my devices. I've sort of made a personal rule that if I don't use it consistently at least once a month, then it probably shouldn't be on there. And I've talked about this before, but something I haven't talked about is what apps I use on a daily basis. So first of all, we're gonna be going on my phone and we're gonna see which of my apps I use every day. So this video is gonna be focusing on apps I use every day on both my phone as well as my computer. And something I noticed when I was making this video was that quite a lot of these are actually cross-platform, meaning that an app's available on multiple platforms, and when this is the case, I personally try to use this as best as possible. Now, I do want to say I'm not going to be talking about social media or email in this video. That's pretty much given. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of the more interesting apps I use every day. And hey, they might be useful for you too. All right, so the first app I definitely use on a daily basis is a simple time management app known as Todoist. Todoist is a simple time management app that lets you add, remove, edit, and check off tasks that you need to do. The app is minimal, the notification system isn't all that good, and it's more clutter on my phone compared to the stock app. However, I still use it. This is because I really like how intuitive it is to move tasks around. I don't use this app to manage compulsory tasks. I usually use the following app to manage that. However, when I have tasks such as shots I need to get done for a video, I'll often use this app as I can easily push shots to the next day. It's also cross-platform, so it works on my computer. I can create a list, then as I'm going along, I can check these shots off on my phone. All in all, it's a simple but effective app that I constantly use, and it works well for me. This next app is the one I use to manage significantly more important tasks that will subsequently take up a lot more time, and that app is Google Calendar. I installed this after a few years of using the stock Apple Calendar. If you've seen any of my videos on digital minimalism, then you might have heard me talk about how I personally prefer to use the stock apps wherever possible, but not at the expense of missing out on some really cool features. Google Calendar helps me break down and organize tasks, as well as visualize how far I should be through each task, simply by having a really good color coding scheme. Because it has the option to break down and organize tasks, it's a lot easier to dedicate blocks of time to work, meaning I generally get more done when I need to. Some things I think that could be improved in future versions are the options for overlaying tasks. As it currently stands, Google Calendar definitely operates on a more waterfall model-esque time management scheme. Now, this is fine for me because that's generally how I work. However, it would be nice to have some more options, as well as maybe like some more precise timings. That said, it's still the best app available for breaking down my workflow, and this is why I use it every day. It works cross-platform on both my phone and my laptop, and I use it as such. So therefore, this app is definitely the best for me. Now, the final app I use every day without fail on my phone is a simple photography app called NeuralCam. Now, I've talked about this before on this channel. I actually did an entire video on it. You can check that out up there. However, it needs to be said that since I made that video, this app has got significantly better through software updates. And honestly, in my use case, it works like an absolute treat. NeuralCam is essentially a camera app that brings night mode to iPhones that don't support Apple's native night mode, like the iPhone 11. This is useful for me because I'm still hesitant to leave the iPhone 10, and occasionally I want some low-light photos. So it does really come in handy then. It doesn't quite work as well as the stock app, but it's still nice to have. And as I take so many photos with my phone nowadays, I pretty much use this app every day. Next up, we have some apps for the computer. I may have stuck some stickers on this since last time. So whenever I buy a product, I do often seem to get a sticker with it. So I had like a large amount of stickers in my drawer, not big enough to do like a sticker bomb or anything like that, but I decided I'd put them to use and stick them on my laptop. Okay. Let's take a look at what I use on my computer. So a common problem when you start to put more and more on your hard drive or SSD is that when you go to search for something in your search bar, that will become very slow. It'll pull up files that you don't want or search the web when you don't want it to. So in comes Alfred. Alfred is a simple toolbar search application that you can set up to work just like the Spotlight search on Mac, but it's so fast and so accurate, it saves so much time. I have mine bound to the Alt key in the spacebar so I can still access the Spotlight search if I want to, but most of the time, I just use this. It lets you access both your file directory and the web, a feature that I personally love, simply by putting a space first to only search in your file directory, or just typing to get started with an immediate web search. In fact, let me show you. Okay, so as I said before, to bring it up, Alt spacebar. Then we simply say we want to open up Final Cut Pro. Within one letter, it's there. A feature I really like about Alfred is that you can select things further down in the menu simply through a key combination. All in all, my opinion stands, Alfred is an amazing app. If you're a Mac user, I recommend going and trying that. Seriously, in my day-to-day life, it saves me so much time. And so yeah, I use this every day. Another app which I use a lot, I mean, evidently, is Adobe Premiere Pro. Recently, I have been trying to fully switch to Final Cut, but I just keep coming back to Premiere. I love the color tab, the compatibility with a lot of codecs, and the fact that it provides a really consistent editing experience on my iMac. Now, honestly, it is still slightly slower than Final Cut Pro, despite the hardware encoding bringing it close, but honestly, I don't really mind this, and the better bitrate control and codec selection actually make me favor Premiere for exporting over Final Cut. I have it configured to work exactly the way I like it works well, and I still find myself using Premiere almost every day. Another app I now use pretty much every day is OBS. OBS is a free open source piece of software that I very much like. As the name would suggest, OBS is an open source streaming and screen recording tool that I've been using for a personal project over the last few weeks, and it has some really cool features that I love. First of which, I like how easy it is to set up. Simply set your inputs, press record, and you're ready to go. I actually did fine tune mine to the frame rate, codec, and bitrate I wanted, but you really don't need to. I also like how it can be used to record my Shure SM7B, and actually add a little bit of gain, because the Shure SM7B is a super quiet microphone naturally, so the fact that it has this is really important to my workflow. All in all, I love that it's free, it does exactly what I want it to, and so I find myself using this app pretty much every day. Alright, so other than social media, those are pretty much the only apps I consistently use daily. Now, sometimes I'll go through periods where this will change, for example, if I discover a game on the App Store that I really like, but all in all, these apps make my phone more functional, keep me on track when it comes to time management, and significantly improve my digital life. Feel free to let me know what apps you use in the comments. But as for now, as always, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video if you want to see more content like this, and smash that subscribe button. I'm done for now, and I will see you guys in the next one.